Chris Stevens.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. We were told in March by the Chancellor that no one would be left behind, and that's now suddenly become that government support is not a universal scheme. And I very much associate myself, Madam Deputy Speaker, with those who have raised the issue of those who are excluded. The newly self-employed, many of them in zero-hour contracts, freelancers, artists, including comedians. Now, you would think that this government would show some solidarity towards comedians, but no, they haven't. But I make a serious point, because the point was made very well by the Honourable Member for Newport West about the creative arts. The creative arts is very important. It's particularly important to bring young people into work who don't want to go into an office environment, a conventional office environment or a conventional factory environment or the rest. And the creative arts certainly has that place, and I think it's important that the government do reflect on the support they could give the creative arts, but also the support they're going to give and should give to those who have not received anything at all since March. I very much agree as well, Madam Deputy Speaker, with the criticisms of the Jaw Recovery Scheme and what that would mean for individuals who are currently being paid the national minimum wage and what that means for them. And I think that the criticism I would have for the government and what I would ask them to do is certainly, I would think now in this crisis, they would certainly look at poverty-proofing their policies. And I would hope the Minister might want to say something about that, because certainly I do have a very real concern that the support or the lack of support they're given is going to put more people into poverty. And that probably brings me quite nicely into the universal credit and making the temporary £20 uplift, making that permanent. And as a member of the DWP Select Committee, Madam Deputy Speaker, this is something that we will be looking at and is something that we hope will be debated in the Chamber in the future. But I hope the Minister will reflect as well on this, because we are in the middle of a global pandemic that has delivered that severe blow to people's incomes and livelihoods right across these islands, and vulnerable households are taking a disproportionate economic hit. Far too many people are living under the constant threat of poverty, and the coronavirus pandemic crisis is only exacerbating the financial challenges facing those families and the impacts that's having both on their health, particularly their mental health. The findings are that 4 million families could see their support slashed if the government refuses to make the £20 uplift to universal credit payments permanent. And I hope they will reflect on that, and making the £20 uplift permanent is the bare minimum we would ask the government to do to rebuild social security, with findings showing that it would undo at most 2/3 of the benefit cuts made since 2015, let alone those made during the coalition. With mass unemployment on the horizon and other key support schemes prematurely being ended, it's critical, I believe, that the government heeds the warnings from anti-poverty charities and strengthening that support and extending the £20 uplift. Madam Deputy Speaker, I hope that the government will also look at sector support, particularly the aviation sector, of which I have many constituents employed in that sector. And I'll just end by saying this: it is ludicrous, Madam Deputy Speaker, there won't be a budget, and that impacts not just in the Scottish Government, it impacts in local government, who are going to have to be in the dark trying to put their budgets together next year. I really think that that's a ludicrous position, and I hope that the government will reflect and think again.
Yeah.